Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is another Team Troll video. You're looking at an AMX 12 ton, the Tier 6 French light tank, and it's located on the north spawn of Overlord. And it's under the command of D-Tronics, and he's just been shot by one of the trolls. Yep, those T-3485Ms, they're trolls. Zontravolta and Nordic Girl. Well, they can't do any team damage because of course that's been switched off. You can see where the shells impacted, those green marks on the back. That's where the shells went in. And I'm afraid those trolls have not finished with Bad Wolf, who's the player. And I think he's a Twitch streamer as well. This is his streaming account. Because they're coming over here and they're going to try and team kill him. Now you see he's nicely in the bush there. He's a light tank, he's spotting, and you're going to see what happens next. They're going to come up behind him and push him out in front of the enemy. And of course he gets spotted and shot at. But that's not the worst of it. You'll see what happens in a short while. I'll just take off the minimap so you can see what they do. The Zontravolta is the one who first comes up, and he pushes Bad Wolf out in front of the enemy, and he's spotted. He's seen by the enemy. Although his sixth sense hasn't gone off. He goes back up to the bush to do some more spotting. And yes, then his sixth sense goes off. And everybody hits him all at once. So he was only spotted by the virtue of the fact that they came up and pushed him into the line of fire. But you'll see exactly what happens next. You see, the Zontravolta's got behind him, is pushing him out in front of the enemy, and Nordic Girl is now helping. And yes, the inevitable happens. The enemy shoots Bad Wolf, and he's now out the game, pushed in front of the enemy so he could be team killed. The Zontravolta and Nordic Girl both took part in that. The Zontravolta is the one who actually started the trolling, but well, they're both taking part in it. So if we follow what's actually going on with the battle, we can see that the Zontravolta and Nordic Girl are headed off down one of the chines towards the beach. And it's at this point that they start playing properly. As you can see, they're both working as a platoon should, engaging the enemy tanks. And the pair of them engage this OI and take him out of the game. Okay, they now start engaging the KV2, who's over there. Only it doesn't work out so well for Nordic Girl. Nordic Girl's lost a fair bit of hit points now and is a one shot. And they engage this strip. And there goes Nordic Girl. And Zontravolta is not long after. So you'd think, oh well, there are 2 tanks up on the enemy, now there are only 1 tank up on the enemy. Surely this is a victory. I'm afraid not. If I speed up the replay, so we'll put it up to 8 speed, you'll see that they do get 2 tanks ahead of the enemy, but the enemy claws it back. And unfortunately what happens next is that the enemy manages to wipe out both tanks, one after the other. And now it's just the Artys. There's one, and there goes the other. So it was a loss, and that might have been different had there not been trolls involved in this game. Well, here's the end of battle results, and we can see that Bad Wolf didn't get anything for this game at all. If you see the team scores, he's right down at the bottom. No damage, no kills, 103 XP for turning up. The trolls are these 2 here, Zontravolta in the T3485M, and if we click on his name, yep, we can see that this person, that is his real name, Zontravolta. He is a combat officer for V-TER clan, and quite a high personal rating and a high victory rate. So why he should troll is beyond me, because he shouldn't be doing that sort of thing. He should be well above that sort of thing by now. It's not the sort of thing that experienced players get engaged in. If we look at the other player, which is Nordic Girl, again we can see that a fairly high rating, fairly high win rate, and yes, no involvement in any clan, but this sort of player with this number of battles shouldn't be engaging in this sort of behaviour. So they're both trolls, and they both deserve to get a substantial ban, or at least some form of ban from wargaming for deliberately pushing somebody out into the fire to team kill them. I'm afraid this is the only way that people can team kill now. It's either to drown someone, or to push them out in the fire, or to drop them over a cliff so that they can then fall and die. But this sort of behaviour has to be frowned on, and if these players do not turn blue so that other players can see that they're actually team killers, then wargaming does need to put a ban on them in some way or other to stop them doing it again. So yes, this game turned out to be a loss because Bad Wolf was not able to play, and so therefore we're asking wargaming to give those players a ban, please. Thanks for watching.